I want to ask you a question, Rick. Another Q&A here.
Okay.
And basically it's on the subject matter of how the IRS disappears tax refunds on unfiled tax returns. So the question is this. I have a client who has not filed their taxes in 10 years, and now their IRS is after his returns. The problem is not that he owes money, but he has overpaid by at least $100,000, and the IRS will not refund his money. Are you aware of any ideas to open up those returns for a refund?
Well, there's the typical, we talked about this earlier, the 3-year limitation,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So the first thing we always tell people is if you want to start with those 3 years. The last 3 years we can file. If you're due a refund on any of those, you absolutely can get that money back. There's also, depending on a time frame of when things were filed, statute of limitation is 3 years as well. So if you were 10 years behind and you filed a return before coming to us, and maybe you accidentally paid a bunch of taxes on that return, and we look at it and we're like, you calculated this wrong, we need to amend this return. Even though the return was due 10 years ago, the fact that you filed it this last year, the window starts 3 years from when you file that return. So we can amend that return and get money back on that return, even though it should have been due back 10 years ago. So absolutely we can do it that way as well.
Or it's 2 years after they've paid.
Correct.
As well.
Or two years after you've paid,
test.
right?
Yep.
So if you haven't filed those returns, absolutely we can work on that. Now, if you're W-2 and it's all just been withholding, unfortunately, you can't go back and get anything beyond the 3 years. So if you're a W-2 person and you were owed money back beyond that 3 year mark, unfortunately, you're kind of SOL. You're not going to get that money.
Yeah. And look, guys, the IRS published some information back in March of 2024. And basically there were 940,000 taxpayers at that time that had refunds coming to them to the accrued number of $1 billion. Well, guess what? It completely expired. So the IRS gets to keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, I can't emphasize it enough, man.